Welcome to this episode of Sridhar on Selling. A major stonewalling that happens in all salespeople career is no budget. Paisa nahi hai. How do you solve this problem? When a customer says there is no budget, don't think the doors are closed permanently. There are millions of ways of opening that door. I will discuss a few of them today. The very fact that he says there is no budget means the customers liked your product. It also means that you've been able to tell him or her that their problem can be solved by your equipment or whatever service you're selling. So it's now only a question of arranging the finances. Very often it would mean it is not amongst the top priority. It could also be because of internal politics. How do you overcome these? Very often you tell the customer that you're losing a very big deal. By not signing up today, you are postponing your revenue. Look at the return on investment. Even if you postpone it by 2 months, you have lost the return on investment for 2 months. So this makes sense for you to take the money out and buy my product because you're doing yourself and your budget a favor. There is another way of looking at budgets, which is, I was reading somewhere, during COVID, EdTech companies sold their products, their services, by putting it against a different head. School children, the school has a budget. They, I think, put it against computerization or digitization or some such thing and sold. So here was this smart person who could find a way out. What else happens? I have sold to customers saying that, give me a post-dated order. I'll send the goods to you and your payment will start only from the day you place the order. By doing this, you are blocking the customer from changing his mind. As they say, there's no tomorrow. Today is the day. Make it happen here and now. A salesman who has an order in his pocket is the guy who has sold today. A salesman who comes to office and says, Kal ho jayega, hasn't got the order. Pure and simple. Look at other financial options that can be made available. The entire white goods industry is surviving on financial plans, EMIs. People in the 20s and 30s have not only spent their future savings, they've also spent their future income. Look at housing finance. Housing used to be such a big problem. People saved for a lifetime to make a house. Today, housing is available for anybody who wants to take a loan. It's a totally different story. With the interest that you pay, you could perhaps buy another house. But it makes it easier. The whole idea is, how do you solve a problem which says, I don't have funds? You make financing easier. As in white goods, you have zero interest finance. So people have figured ways out. Look at a company like Xerox. They came out with cost per copy. Instead of buying the machine, we will charge you for the printouts taken. So paper and ink and some capital cost. It made life a lot easier for customers. Today, certain automobile manufacturers are offering rentals on their cars. You don't have to own the car. You pay your rental. The insurance, the road tax is all borne by the company. So these are various options being offered. So budget nahi hai is not the end of the road. When a customer says he has no budget and there's no way he can buy it, keep in mind that you got a future customer. The next year budget, you sell. But in the meantime, keep him posted of the developments. Be in touch. You don't close the door. Give him information. Give him material about what he's about to buy. Make him feel happy so that when the time comes when he has budget, he doesn't think of anybody else but you. You must be the most preferred vendor in your consumer's mind. That is most important. As I said, lack of budget is not the end of the road. At best, it's a detour. You obviously sold value. You have sold your product. You have sold the confidence you have in yourself. And you have made the customer feel he is making a smart choice. So don't worry too much about lack of budget. Keep selling. Thank you very much.